Hey, we're talking about liars and cheaters, people who fraud you. I'm going to give you some insights on how to spot a liar, how to know if someone is cheating, and I'm going to give you the main reason you don't want to lie, you don't want to cheat. Fraud, abusing people, cheating is pretty much all around us. We falsify, we manipulate, we deceive. So if you want to catch a liar or you want to catch a cheater, or come at it another way, if you don't want to be cheated, if you don't want to be taken advantage of, have you ever heard of the term naive? If you're unaware, if you can't spot fraud, then people will take advantage of you. So in this walk and talk, 247, February 20th, it's about 50 degrees, I'm talking about why you should not lie, why you should not cheat, and how do you spot a liar? How do you spot a cheater? Here's what the Bible says. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. Proverbs 11, verse 1 says, lying or cheating is hated by God. It doesn't use those exact words, but here are the words. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. A false balance is a liar. It's a cheater. Abomination means detest, hate. So God hates cheaters. God hates liars. Let me mention the word false balance. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. False balance is like this. If you've heard of the term to fudge, to change just a little bit the bathroom scales to your advantage. So in other words, you get on the bathroom scales and it's not calibrated right. It's not a true balance, a true bathroom scale, because you changed the calibration by 5 pounds or 3 pounds. So it doesn't really weigh accurate. False balance is changing the facts, going from integrity or what's just or what's accurate to lies. So liars change the facts. Cheaters change the facts. So when integrity, accuracy, when the facts are manipulated or deceived or changed or falsified, when justice is denied, when fairness is denied, the Bible says that's an abomination. I mean, that's as the word abomination in the Bible is as bad as it gets. So a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So liars and cheaters who falsify, who fraud, who change the facts, God's wrath, correction, is coming at you. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. How do you spot a false balance? How do you spot a liar or a cheater? And the answer is verify the facts. In other words, if you have a bathroom scale, you certify, you calibrate, you make sure that the bathroom scale, a pound is a pound. So a pound is 16 ounces. So you take a 16-ounce bottle of water and you put it on the bathroom scales and it measures a pound. That's certifying. So trust, but always verify. Integrity is not determined just because someone says it. Integrity, what's truth, what's accurate, is determined by verification. So if you want to spot a liar, if you want to spot a cheater, double check. Simple advice. Double check. I would give you another simple bit of advice. Triple check. But make sure you verify the accuracy of what's being said. There's a lot of misinformation. The word misinformation is quite popular today. Back some 2,500 years ago, approximately, when Proverbs 11:1 was written, false balance was a reference to fraud. False balance was a reference to a cheater. Someone who was tipping the scales. Someone who literally added, falsified, manipulated. Someone who changed the certification of the bathroom scales. In the marketplace, there was these scales, just like there's a bathroom scale, but it's manufactured, created differently. And they would falsify, they would manipulate those scales. So if you were to buy a pound of apples, you really didn't buy a pound of apples, you bought a half a pound of apples, but the scale said you bought a pound of apples. It's like if you go to the gas pump and you buy a gallon of gas, or you go to the grocery store and you buy a pound of apples. A pound should equal a pound. A gallon should equal a gallon. But it's easy to go in and change the facts. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. You can spot a liar by double checking what they say. You can spot a cheater by triple checking. That means you probably need to do the math. Now, immediately a lot of people say, well, I'm not good at math. Take your calculator and work the calculator. You can spot a liar. Here's another way to do it. Through math. You can double check through math. And the other way to do it is through contradictions, inconsistencies. In this walk and talk, I'm encouraging you, is when people change their words, when people flip-flop, when people say one thing to person A and something else to person Z. What you have going on is someone who is moving the scales. They're falsifying the facts. So double check, triple check, look for contradictions. Here's another simple suggestion how to spot a liar, if someone's frauding you. A lot of people want you to make a decision right now. Someone comes to your door, knocks on your door, you get something in the mail, and you got to make a decision right now. Good chance there's false information, there's fraud in that. If you get a text message, if you get a email, and someone's asking you to do that, don't do it. You need time to verify. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk, a false balance, a liar, a cheater, someone who is not operating by integrity, by the facts, someone that's trying to manipulate, fraud you, God hates. Now, you've also heard the phrase, there's someone was not prosecuted, or someone broke the law, but they were not prosecuted. And they call that prosecution discretion. But for one person, the same violation, that person gets prosecuted, but for another person, the same violation does not get prosecuted. That's called false balance. In other words, when anyone begins to be unfair, when anyone begins to fraud by not being even-handed, you should say, I need to think about that. In other words, make sure that the facts are consistent. In this walk and talk, the reason this is important is because God lives by holiness. God lives by, God is factual. The Bible says God never lies. The Bible says, holy, holy, holy. The Bible says God cannot lie. I'm encouraging you to pay attention. You can trust, but you must verify. And I would simply say, verify a third time, verify a fourth time. Make sure in the conversation or something that you buy, or when someone gives you something that they're asking you to make a decision on, that you take time to think about it. Use your calculator, do the math. If you can't do the math, find someone who can do the math. I'm encouraging you to double check. I'm encouraging you to triple check. I'm encouraging you, don't cheat. Don't lie. Why? Because God never lies. I'm just simply saying you're better off when you are honest and the people around you are honest. Honesty produces honesty. Integrity grows integrity. Justice is to be justice for all, not justice for a few. So truth should be evenly applied. Facts should not be left out. Facts should not be changed. Liars and cheaters change the facts. The Bible calls that a false balance. They purposely changed the scales so that they would cheat you. If you go buy a gallon of gas, you want to make sure you get a true gallon of gas based upon a true number, dollar amount, that doesn't change. That's why people get a receipt from the grocery store and they go through that grocery store receipt and they double check it, right? Because the checkout counter, the cashier person, could add or subtract accidentally in a wrong way, or there could be a number that's different than on the for sale sign, right? So in this walk and talk, I'm encouraging you, double check, triple check. I'm encouraging you to verify. I'm encouraging you, never lie, never cheat. And the reason for it is God is holy. The reason you want to be a person of integrity, take your time, think, evaluate, cross-examine. Why? Because God is a God of integrity. Jesus never lied. Your goal in life is to be like Jesus. My goal in life is to be like Jesus. Liars and cheaters are an abomination to the Lord. This is Walk and Talk 247. It's February 20th. We've been looking at Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. We invite you every Sunday to worship with us. First Baptist Church, Tempe, Arizona, 4525 South McClintock, 480-839-0926. Give the church a call if you're looking for advice or help, or if you believe someone has lied or cheated and you're just not sure and you need, call the church office, ask for a staff member. You can go to our church website, fbc-tempe.org, and reach out to us through the website. This is Walk and Talk 247, February 20th. It's a great day. It's 50 degrees. Just a beautiful day to be honest. A beautiful day to not change the facts. Don't be a false balance. Be a person of integrity. Calibrate, certify your bathroom scales. Make sure that you're living in truth, not deception. And make sure the people around you are not trying to pull the wool over your eyes, not trying to fraud you. There's plenty of manipulation, false information, misinformation, plenty of fraud, plenty of abuse. Don't let people scam you. Don't let people cheat you. You can trust, but you should always verify, double check, triple check. Have a great day. Blessings on you.